Good afternoon, Freedom Giants. I am Freedom Legend Fidelis Apollo Nwaisu. Um, Happy Sunday to everyone listening all over the world. I don't know where you're listening from. Happy Sunday and good afternoon. Like I said, I am Freedom Legend Fidelis Apollo Nwaisu. I want to speak on the issue, affecting Africa. One of the biggest things that is affecting Africa is political leadership. But I won't go in detail, talking about political leadership today, except it is been, assigned to me to do so. But I want to, talk on a topic that says why freedom giants should get involved in the politics of our anatomy. Why freedom giants should get involved in the politics of our anatomies. Every African Voices International, every members of this organization knows what an anatomy is. Anatomy simply means a country. We use the word anatomy instead of a country. So why a freedom giant should get involved in the politics of our anatomy? I'm going to outline just 2 points, because of time. And these 2 points, one is one because the ruling class decide how the anatomy should be run. The ruling class decide how the anatomy should be run, how the country, how the politics, how everything in the country should be run. If you are not among the ruling class, you can, get anything done. Look at what is happening today in Africa. You will see a whole lot of anomaly, going on in the continent of Africa in our political space. So if you are not part of the politics of your country, you will not get anything done. No. That is one of the reasons why we should get involved, because the ruling class make decisions for us. Even the kind of politics they play today in Africa, when you are not supporting the ruling party, it may go as far as, bringing down your businesses, destroying your properties, make sure they make you go bankruptcy. That is the kind of politics Africans play. And this politics is not the politics that will take us or set us among other civilizations in the world. Now, that's why, based on our core value as members of this organization of African Voices International, our dream is to revolutionize the politics of Africa, is to revolutionize the leadership in the political space of Africa, that we effect that we have effect, even to the other parts of the world, a positive changes. This organization is being registered as a non-political organization, but I'm urging us, if we are not part of the politics, if we are not involved in politics, I don't think if the dream of this organization can be achieved. It cannot be achieved. So we have to be part of the politics of our country, of our various anatomy. We have to start somewhere. We have to start from the community, to the local government, to the state assemblies, even down to the national. That is the only way we can have the power to change some things. Now, the second point I want to make is that you cannot effect any change if you are not in the corridor of power. You cannot effect any change. You cannot change anything. They eventually make decisions for us. Sometimes they frustrate our efforts and make some of us to run away from the country. of our birth. They make decisions that is not favorable to us. They make decisions that, that is against the growth of a country. They make decisions that, we will not allow the economy of the country to grow just for their selfish reason. They travel from one country to another, just like in Nigeria today. Our president moving from one country. If he's not in France today, he will be in a UK tomorrow. He will be there. You know, some say he's going for bilateral relationship. How can a president of Nigeria be going for a bilateral relationship in UK? No, that is not what they are there for. That is not what he is there for. So even if it is for bilateral relationship, it's not for the benefit of Nigerians. No, it's for the benefit of himself and his cabinet. They don't care about us. I believe that every members of this organization are members of are people of good hearts, are people of conscience, are people who understand what it means to be a leader, are people who really wants to change the narratives, are people who wants to bring the vision and the dreams of the likes of Kwame Nkrumah, His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie, Julius Kambarage Nyerere, and the rest of them. Now, these people in this organization, if we don't do something, the systems will remain like this. In the African Union, they have the Agenda 2063. To what lengths have they gotten? How many years has gone by? What have we achieved to actualize this dream, the Agenda 2063? Nothing. So if we don't stand up today, our children we still speak on this same issue that we are speaking of today. Leadership problem is the biggest problem we have in Africa, and I believe that every members of this organization have a leadership quality that will change this continent of Africa, this continent of Kwame Nkrumah, this continent of David Kenneth Kaunda, this continent of Julius Kambarage Nyerere. Every one of us here has the quality. So we have to get involved in politics. Let us don't shy away from the political activities of our country. This is my message to all of us today. Please, let's try as much as we can to change the narrative. If we don't do it, our children will suffer. If we don't do it, we'll flee out of this continent in search of greener pasture. Doing what in Europe? Becoming a caregiver, becoming a dishwasher, while Africa is rich in everything. We are rich in everything. We are the most blessed continent in the world. We are rich, but we are the one traveling all over the world in search of greener pasture to make ends meet. If we don't change the narrative today, we will remain like this forever. It's not a curse, but it's the truth. Let's do something different. Let's do something different from those who don't understand what is happening. Let's begin to get involved. As many of us who have the money to go into politics, don't be scared. Keep pushing. We'll make the difference. And I believe and hope one day that African Voices International will be not just an organization, but a political organization that will revolutionize this continent of Africa. It will become one of the biggest or the largest political parties in the world that will bring about the change that we clamor for. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep doing things right. Thank you, and God bless you.